Hey team, how you going? Alright, so this is just an introduction about the Mindset Mastery program that I'm going to be bringing up for you guys. So it came off, a few people were giving me some feedback saying that they wanted more detail about stuff that you can actually do around mindset. So this is for the people that want to kind of take it to like a different sort of level with what they're doing. So obviously read a lot of books and done courses and things. So it's kind of like opening up Pandora's box when you start to talk about mindset. There's so much you can go into. So I'll be straight up off the bat. These things that I'm going to be showing you guys, I didn't invent them. They've been around for ages. You can go and look up like almost any book on mindset. It's all very common sort of practices. So specifically, I'll show you, this is actually the book that I'm going to be pretty much like summarizing what the different principles are out of this book. So this is Way of the Seal by Mark Divine. So when I started to sort of look into his stuff, that book was just one of the most concise, straightforward sort of ways to kind of like systematically apply a lot of stuff that I'd already been doing or read about or blah blah blah, and had been doing in a bit of a haphazard way. And he's just really kind of brought it all together like in a very logical, concise sequence of actually how to do it. Just to give you a bit of a background about why implementing this is a good idea to get you excited. So Mark Divine, ex-Navy SEAL. If you don't know what a Navy SEAL is, go on YouTube, you'll find it. So they're basically just really elite US Special Forces. So he's an ex-Navy SEAL, and it's pretty tough getting into the SEALs. The pass rate when they go through their selection process is only about 30%. So for every 100 people that try out, 70 are going to quit. It's just too hard. They can't. And it's not even like, it's physically tough, but it's not so much that, it's just that they mentally can't cope with what's happening, and that's why they quit. And so that's why the SEALs are elite, is that you've pretty much got all these people who are just mentally really switched on and mentally tough. That's probably a really good word to focus on, this word, mentally tough. So that's why they can do what they do. So anyway, Mark Divine, he retires from the SEALs, and he'd obviously, if you go and find out more about him, he just had all these experiences over the course of his life where he just felt like he was, when he went through the SEALs, like he said, it was challenging and it was hard, but at no point did he ever think like, oh, I can't do this, like, because he just had all these life experiences that just had trained him in such a way that when he went into the SEALs, he was like, okay, well, yeah, this is pretty hard, but I can definitely do it. Like, so, and then he was able to kind of like go, okay, well, I think I can actually teach this to people. So this system that he's got, which is in this book, when he retired, he was actually then contracted by the US government to come up with a program that would increase the pass rate into the SEALs. So the US government wanted more people making it through the initial training period. They didn't like this really high dropout rate. They wanted more people to get in. And most people kind of think that you're either born mentally tough or not. So you're either tough or weak. And that's like not true. Like you can train anything. You can, I keep saying this over and over again, like your mind is just like a muscle. You can train it to be tough. You're not just naturally born with it. Some people just sort of seem to naturally express it better, but anybody can learn to like be mentally tough. So anyway, he came up with this program, and within 12 months of him preparing people mentally and physically for the selection process, he increased the pass rate from around 30% to over 80%. So think about that for a second. He took it from 30% to over 80%. else do you need? Like, if you're sitting there going, oh yeah, you know, I want to be motivation and I want to be mentally this, mentally that, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you just got to be willing to put in the work. So if you're willing to put in the work, then you can actually like train your mind up to be able to do whatever you want, really. You just got to be willing to put in the effort. So what I'm essentially doing is kind of summarizing and taking like what I think are the best pieces out of the book, and just each week or two, like I'll be rolling out like a module for you to work on. I'm sort of trying to pace it so that, because you need time to work through these things. Like if you just hit you too much too soon, you're just be like, I can't do this. So the idea is just to progressively work through the modules as they come out, because they take time to either sit there and do some exercises about what's going on up here, or actually implementing actions in your life, and it's starting habits. And as we know, habits take time to develop. So one of the things you're going to need is like some kind of a journal. This is my nice purple one. You can get these from Officeworks. They're like a couple of bucks. They're pretty good. So go grab something like this, so you can write in it what your thoughts are and when you do the exercises. So you can just record what's going on. It's all about learning how to track your thoughts and make sense out of them. So that's all you need is a journal. If you want to go and buy Mark's book, I'd recommend that you do that. If you'd like to read, essentially you can go deeper into what I'm talking about. I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to be kind of like trying to just get the key points across to you guys. I'll be just taking out what I think are the most important bits that are the easiest to apply. And then the other thing as well is, as you work through these, don't fall into the trap of thinking like if you get behind or something, who cares? Like it's just about like slowly implementing these things. Like even if we get to the end of the course and you're still just implementing this stuff from week 2 or week 3, so what? Like, don't give up. Don't be like, oh, I've fallen behind and I failed the course, so I just stopped. Don't do that. Just progressively work through the things as they come out, in your own time. The whole idea is just implementing them. You got to remember, it's a long-term kind of game that you're playing. It's not like, oh, I just want instant results in a week. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So you have to take this long-term view about what you're doing. You're sort of like geeing yourself up for, okay, yeah, I'm going to be working on this for a number of months, 6, 9, 12 months. Think that time, sort of a time scale, because I'm only about sort of 3 months into using the stuff in this book, and even I'm still trying to be consistent with a lot of different things, and I'm not even at the end yet. So just be patient, take your time, implement what you can, because even if you just implement part of it, you'll notice a big difference. If you just give up because it's too hard, I can't handle it, well, then you'll just get more of the same. Anyway, that's it. So I'll see you guys in future videos as we start to go through the exercises. All right, bye.